Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and I underestimated Doomsday Clock. Is that a seagull? Oh, there's like bird drama outside my window as I start this review. Oh, a bunny! Oh, they still live out in my backyard. Anyway, this is what happens when you have your window open. You get distracted. You get distracted by life. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on out there. There's this whole world out there, there's a whole world in here. This is the best issue of Doomsday Clock. It finally explains what the heck is going on. We had to wait how many months for this? 4? It's absolutely ridiculous. Every panel of this book connects. Let me just start with the very basic stuff. The very, very basic stuff. Gary Frank art. Absolutely gorgeous. Even though there's just lots of exposition in this book, every page is like a little painting. It's fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. Gary Frank did a fantastic job. It was a treat when I found some of his old Marvel UK work, of all things, in a 50-cent bin. You believe? Crazy. I'm trying to collect my thoughts so I can talk about this in a better way than just being like, the art's good, because the art is absolutely good. The writing is fantastic. Uh, this whole issue, and really, ultimately, the whole series up to this point, is Dr. Manhattan trying to understand the universe that he finds himself in, trying to understand the DC universe. He realizes he's going through this. It's 1956. Superman is seen in Metropolis for the first time. 1986. His arrival has shifted forward again. Dr. Manhattan has discovered editorial fiat. He's discovered that the DC universe changes in response to outside stimulus. Something else is driving it. And so he starts off. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm sorry, so sorry, this is spoilerific, but you expected that. So to understand it, he stops the Green Lantern, the original one, from getting his lantern to observe all the changes in the universe. That's what this whole thing is an experiment. So he changed one small thing. Everything changed. Superman became a different person, and the universe itself. I wish I could claim credit for some of this stuff. The universe itself is coming after him, and that's fantastic. How does he phrase it here when a Flash shows up? Like an organism fighting to survive. There are aspects of it I've underestimated. Yeah, universe, it's got an immune system. You can't change it too much or things react. This book isn't even a comic book. This book is a discourse about comic books. He even lampshades it by calling the DC universe the metaverse. This book is really Jeff Johns commenting on the comic book industry. And it's like, even just from the pure narrative level, everything is solid. It fits. You understand what's going on in all the previous issues. This feels like a very delayed point of exposition for us, to wait this long to get. But it is what it is, Why was the DC Universe in Doomsday Clock going crazy? Because he changed it. He made one little tweak, and he has been studying the outcomes of that ever since. And he made the tweak to understand the universe. And now he really understands it, and the universe is coming after him. There's a whole... We wrap up the fight sequence, basically, like that. I mean, he's Dr. Manhattan. Very few of those heroes can even get in the same room as him, much less fight somebody who warps reality so completely as him. So what's this gonna go to? And this is what really turned me off from the book when I first read it. When I first opened it up, is I saw this stuff in this old film sequence. I'm like, what? How does that fit into anything? And I didn't want to read the book. And so I crawled back to something I knew I would like. I crawled back to this and I was like, yeah, Craven's Last Hunt. And this gave me strength. This gave me hope. And I took that and I went in here and I powered through it. And then it was like magic. The scales fell from my eyes and I could see Doomsday Clock for what it is. It's good. Absolutely should be checking this out. Holy crap, I have never in my life been so wrong about a book from my first impression of it to the final result. It wasn't even like a 180. I just spun in circles until my brain exploded everywhere. And then I had to go find it and get it back inside of me before like that bunny that was running outside found it, you know? It's crazy. So he shows up in the DC universe and he finds this actor and he anchors himself to that actor. And he uses that actor as a reference point to make excursions elsewhere in the universe as it's changing. He even asked the actor in like 1943 or something, have you ever heard of Superman? And he hasn't. He hasn't. Whereas like 2 panels before that, the people were talking about Superman on the radio. Because the universe is changing. So the universe changes, and then the universe reacts to the changes. It's the interplay between editorial staff, the writers, etc., the fans, and the works that. Why did I use my thumb? Fans and the works that they've created. These three things are all bound up tightly. They play with each other, they toy with each other. How many of you are out there like me? You have creators who you just will not buy their products from because they've done something. You know, examples of things that have had really negative reactions. Hail Hydra, Nick Spencer. Captain America should never say something like that. It doesn't matter if Captain America is evil Captain America. That's stupid. Captain America does not ever go Hail Hydra. There's a backlash. Just like in this book, Dr. Manhattan changes things. He changes Clark Kent. What happens? A Flash shows up. Whatever you did, they'll stop you. Whatever they did, they'll stop you. So the old series might still be out there lurking. The old comic books might be out there lurking. But you can't stay in that ruinous, that devastated state for long. The comic book has to come back. So I'm trying not to read too much into this. As like I'm trying not to go meta to the meta narrative. You know, I'm just staying at the first level of meta above the meta narrative. But I wonder if this is Jeff Johns telling people that they're going to right some of the excesses of the current era of comics, that they're going to fix things. Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. We get to... I'm not going to show you the page. I'm just going to read you text as soon as I find it here. Gosh, this art is pretty. I just went past... There it is. I see a vision of Superman in the future. He has found me. And he destroys me, or I destroy the metaverse. Let's go back a couple panels. It is April 18, 1938. I have recreated the metaverse, and it has turned against me. It has turned against me. And he destroys me, or I destroy the metaverse. So that's the author, the creator, the universe. The reaction of the fans has turned against the author. That's what he's saying. They don't like the choice. So what happens? What happens? There's just a black panel with text on it. That's what happens. Either the creator no longer creates, or the creation goes away. One or the other. There's some great stuff on the final page that I'm gonna read. I'm gonna show like some of this back matter while I'm reading this because this is less important. Although, frankly, looking at this stuff, it really, the whole thing with Mime and Marionette seems kind of totally out of place. What's going on here? I am a being of inaction on a collision course with a man of action. To this universe of hope, I have become the villain. Hmm. That's where we leave off. So, what can happen in issue 11? I'm not even going to speculate. I'm not even going to speculate. I'm just going to get on board with it. I'm going to hop on that train and I'm going to drive my way to Doomsday Clock 11 when it comes out 12 months from now because it'll be delayed every month for a month for a year. Like it just brace yourself. It's never coming out, but I can't wait for it. Uh, this this issue made me remember why I liked it when I first picked it up. And this lays out crazy like master plan level stuff. It's fantastic. I'll see you next time. Uh, I have never gone from disliking something to liking it so much before. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.